This episode of Man of Prestige, because again, if you're obsessed with neither or nor, is the same thing. Where you want to be is indifference. Okay, that's really where you want to be. Like, okay, I guess whatever floats her boats. Right? That's the space where you need. That's the most healthy place where you can be. Right? I'm not the type that move in a way that people block me, but people have blocked me before. And it was more so about them. How did I know it was about them? Because by the time they unblocked me, I didn't realize. I didn't know. Okay, I just one day I was like, oh, okay, I guess I could see her page right now, right? Because when you follow people's social media, the algorithms will basically tell you if they post something and maybe your other friends follow them, right? But if somebody blocked me in the past, I refuse to follow them again. I respect. This is about self-respect. Bring it back down to self-respect. I respect myself. They don't want me. Man of Prestige. So your ex blocks you. What should you do? If your ex blocks you, I'm going to share five things that you should pay attention to. Okay, 5 things. Thing number 5. It's not necessarily about you. Yes, you were in a relationship with them, they blocked you, so that doesn't really make sense that they blocked you. And I'm telling you, it's not about you. I'm telling you, first of all, there are people that are they're very finger happy when it comes to blocking people. Okay, anybody that makes them feel some type of way, they're very quick to block their mother, their sister. Like, look at it. If your ex blocked you, there's a good chance you're not the first person they blocked. Just think about that. Okay, if they tend to block people, that is more so about them than it's about you. That's number 1. So it's not necessarily, it could be about you. You may have moved a certain way that made you get blocked, but there's a chance that it's not about you. That's the thing number 5. Thing number 4, it may be about you. Okay, yes, you still have to look in the mirror and say, hey, how did I move? Did I move like a nuisance? Yes, somebody broke up with you. But if you tend, every time you have a conversation, do you send text messages, needy text messages that showcases that you're insecure and you're watching how she moved? Maybe you made a comment to her friends about how she dressed. Maybe you made a comment to her friends about how she went to the Caribbean Carnival and you felt some type of way even though you broke up. Yes, she will want to block you off because that's making her feel uncomfortable. And yes, in that case, that will be about you. Another way to know if it's about you is this the first ex that will block you, or you have a few of them? If you've been blocked by a few ex or exes, that is about you. Okay, that's something I want you to pay attention to. Thing number 3, you may have dodged a bullet. If she blocked you, have you considered that may be what you need? Maybe you've wasted a lot of energy on her, on the idea of her. Maybe you're insecure. Maybe you're watching her every second, every other day. Maybe every day you wake up by 10 o'clock in the morning, you kind of go to her page and see what she's up to, and you're kind of obsessed with that. Maybe you dodged a bullet. Maybe that wasn't a relationship that you needed. Maybe you don't need to be on her social media and be looking at what she's up to. Maybe this is even making you feel some type of way when you see her with other people, her friends, other friends, men friends, hanging out there. Maybe you needed this. Maybe you needed her to do this for you to get a grip of yourself. Have you considered that? Okay. Thing number 2. Take accountability. Okay. Be responsible. Take accountability of yourself. Be accountable to yourself. Okay. She blocked you. Okay. Why did she block you? Did she actually express this in words to you? This is why I'm blocking you. Well, I'm about to block you. Well, there's a good chance she didn't do that. You just found out one day that you tried to see the page, you couldn't see it, and then at that moment in time, you weren't so busy. You're like, hey, check this girl's page. You told your friend, your other friend, can you see her page? And he goes, yeah, I could see her page. Oh, so she blocked me. Well, in the first place, how did you know that she blocked you? Right? How did you know that she blocked you? That's something you really have to consider. You have to take accountability here that you may have been obsessed with an ex. Okay? If she blocked you, how can you get into a space where you make this about her, right? This is about her. Even though if it was about you, that this was how you moved, how can you flip this, right? Well, it could be by looking into your past. Was this really a relationship that you enjoyed? is it good riddance to bad rubbish? Right? See, two things can be true at the same time. All right? Let's be clear. Two things can be true at the same time. It could be about her and about you at the same time. But I think you're probably going to benefit more from making it about you in terms of, hey, how did I move? Could I have done some things a little bit differently? Could I have moved a little bit differently? Am I a nuisance? Why is she running from me? So not only is she running from you physically, she's running from you even technologically speaking, from a social media standpoint, right? Again, I don't want you to beat yourself up too much. I just want you to look at it. If there's something you can learn from it, that way you can move forward easily, okay? But I think exes are exes for a reason, personally. I think you should see it that way. If they blocked you, I think you should see it as good riddance to bad rubbish. Personally, that's how I would look at it. I want you to look at it that way without being obsessed with that either. Because again, if you're obsessed with neither or nor, it's the same thing. Where you want to be is indifference, okay? That's really where you want to be, like, okay, I guess. Whatever floats her boat, right? That's the space where you need, that's the most healthy place where you can be, right? I'm not the type that move in a way that people block me, but people have blocked me before. And it was more so about them. How did I know it was about them? Because by the time they unblocked me, I didn't realize. I didn't know. Okay, I just one day I was like, oh, okay, I guess I could see her page right now, right? Because when you follow people's social media, the algorithms will basically tell you if they post something and maybe your other friends follow them, right? But if somebody blocked me in the past, I refuse to follow them again. I respect. This is about self-respect. Bring it back down to self-respect. I respect myself. They don't want me in their space. I'm okay with that. Unless they explicitly come back to me in words and expressly say, hey, I know I blocked you at one time, but I don't know, I feel some type of way. Can you please follow me back? Unless they build that kind of courage to say that, I will never follow that person again. Am I being stubborn? No, I'm being petty. It is what it is, right? Thing number one, you didn't make her feel safer than, okay? Right, listen, if you didn't make her feel safer than the idea of you seeing their profile, listen, people can break up with you and they still feel safe around you. If it's really about them, women can be so confused that they broke up with you, but they're not really sure of that decision they made, right? They may be feeling like the grass may be greener on the other side. They may be too young, right, to just want to settle with you, right? But they still want to keep you or be able to see. Maybe they're the one that keeps snooping around and coming to even your page to check you out. That happens. Like your exes, people you've messed with in the past, people that you even like try to woo or propose or talk to in the past, right? Maybe they said no. They will come back and keep snooping around your page and see if there's something there, right, that they can fall for, right? That means they still feel safe with the idea of being exposed to the idea of you, right? But the problem is that they actually feel safer with not seeing you on social media at all. Have you considered that? See, at the end of the day, women need to feel safe. They need to feel safe, secure. And when I say that, the key word is feel. It's a feeling. So if them seeing your profiles, your social media page, or the idea of seeing you on WhatsApp doesn't make them feel safe, yeah, they could block you. But these are things you should consider. But again, if your ex blocked you, ultimately it's good riddance to bad rubbish. It's time to refocus all that energy back on yourself, and let's get you to your purpose, and let's get you moving, man of prestige.